Picture this. France, 1610. A kingdom is in mourning. Their beloved King Henri IV is gone, and a shadow of uncertainty falls over the nation. But even in grief, a new chapter is about to begin. All eyes now turn to a young boy not yet 10 years old. His name is Louis XIII, and he is the heir to the throne. On October 17, 1610, inside the magnificent Reims Cathedral, history was made. This wasn't just any church. For centuries, it was the sacred ground where French monarchs were crowned, the spiritual heart of the kingdom. Imagine the scene. Cardinals in their crimson robes, nobles adorned in their finest silks, and courtiers whispering in anticipation. Golden light filters through the towering stained glass windows, illuminating the ancient stones where kings before him had stood. In the center of it all, a 9-year-old boy kneels. The crown is placed upon his head, an immense weight for such young shoulders. In that moment, he becomes King Louis XIII of France. But with a king so young, true power doesn't lie with him just yet. It rests in the capable and ambitious hands of his mother, Queen Marie de Medici. As regent, she steps in to steer the ship of state, aiming to continue her late husband's work. However, the royal court is a treacherous place. Factions quickly form. Some nobles remain fiercely loyal to the Queen Mother, supporting her policies and her Italian advisors. Others, however, grow restless. They whisper that France is adrift, that it needs a stronger, more decisive hand at the helm. These tensions simmer just beneath the surface, creating a dangerous divide within the kingdom. As the years pass, the boy king is no longer a boy. Louis XIII grows into a young man, keenly aware of the power struggles swirling around him. He's been watching, learning, and waiting for his moment. In 1617, at the age of 16, he makes his move. In a bold and decisive act, he ends his mother's regency, exiles her supporters, and seizes full control of his kingdom. It was a clear declaration. The era of the regent was over, and the true king had finally come into his own. This wasn't just a family drama. It was the dawn of a new era for France. Louis XIII's reign, with the brilliant and cunning Cardinal Richelieu by his side, would become a pivotal period. Together, they worked to centralize authority, diminish the power of the feudal nobility, and strengthen the crown. They were laying the foundations for what would become known as French absolutism, the system of absolute monarchy that would define the nation for the next century and a half. The coronation of Louis XIII was far more than just a splendid ceremony. It was a profound turning point. It marked the end of an old guard and the uncertain yet promising start of a new generation. Under his firm leadership, France navigated its internal conflicts and emerged from the shadows to become one of the most formidable powers on the European stage. The boy who was crowned in a moment of national grief would go on to forge a legacy that reshaped his country forever. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey back in time. If you enjoyed this story, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating tales from history. See you in the next video,